Have you ever wondered how to support someone with breast cancer without saying the wrong thing or making things harder? Maybe someone you love has just been diagnosed and you're asking, what do I do now? In this episode, we are talking about how your presence can become a place of peace, why compassion matters more than perfect words, and how sometimes the greatest gift you can give is not fixing the situation. It's simply becoming a safe place. Are you scared of leaving your children behind after a breast cancer diagnosis? Are you carrying fear, exhaustion, and that mom guilt while still pushing through every day? If you're tired of holding all of that and want simple ways to support your children and feel held in your journey and move through each day with a little more strength, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Priska. I'm a mom of two, a woman of faith, and a breast cancer survivor. As a mom, I tried to carry it all alone, but I was never meant to. So I created this space for us. Come sit with me. You don't have to do this alone. So go grab your cup of tea. Yes, that cold cup of tea. I know you've heated it thrice already. And let's get started. Hey friend, before we get started today, I just want to say I'm really proud of you for showing up for yourself today. I know life can feel really heavy sometimes, so the fact that you pressed play, it means more than you know. And if you know someone who's going through a breast cancer diagnosis who might need to hear this episode, please do share it with them. Sometimes a simple message saying, I thought of you when I heard this, can make someone feel a little less alone. And if this podcast has helped you and encouraged you in any way, please leave a written review too. I truly love hearing from you. And your reviews, they help other moms find this podcast. So let's get started. Hey friend, come and take your seat. I've got my cup of tea beside me and hopefully you've got yours too. Maybe you've just found out that someone you love has breast cancer and you're wondering what to do next. So today's conversation is going to be a little different. Usually I sit here with a mom navigating breast cancer, but today I'd love to pull another chair up to the table because this conversation is for the husband, the sister, the daughter, the best friend, or the work colleague, the church member, or the neighbor. It's for the people who love someone with breast cancer, but they don't quite know how to help. If that's you, thank you. The fact that you're listening tells me something about your heart already. You want to show up well, and that matters more than you know. Can I tell you something? Now I'm several years beyond treatment, 5 years, and I don't remember every blood test. I don't remember every appointment. I couldn't tell you what happened on every single chemo day. But I remember the people. I remember who sat with me, who prayed with me, who quietly checked in, who made me laugh, who brought dinner, and who didn't make me feel like a burden. And those people became part of my healing story. But if I'm honest, I will also remember the visits that left me feeling more exhausted than encouraged. The conversations that made me anxious, the questions that felt intrusive, and the comments that stayed with me for all the wrong reasons. And that's why I wanted us to have this conversation today. Because your presence has the power to bring peace or to add weight to someone who's already carrying more than enough. A few weeks ago, I was reading Psalms 41, and not because I was preparing for this podcast episode. Actually, we were having a conversation with my mom. And as I was reading that, one word stopped me. Regard. Blessed are those who have regard for the weak. And I couldn't move past that word. It's not pity, not curiosity, not obligation, not guilt. Regard. What does regard mean? It means to truly see someone, to carefully consider them, to honor their dignity, to recognize that they're standing on sacred ground. And that's what breast cancer is. It's a sacred ground. It's a vulnerable ground. When someone receives a diagnosis, the whole world changes emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, relationships. And the way we walk onto that sacred ground for them, it matters. So can I suggest something? Before you think about when you're going to visit, to see them, if you know they're ailing, ask yourself why. Why am I going? Is it because everyone else is? Am I just being curious? Do I want to see how sick they look? Am I hoping to find out more gossip? Or am I going because I genuinely want to leave this person feeling more loved than when I arrived? And that question changes everything. Because David understood this too. Because later in Psalms 41, David says something that has always saddened me. He talks about people visiting him when he was sick, speaking kindly while they were there, then leaving and spreading words afterwards. Thousands of years have passed, yet people still do exactly the same thing. Oh, how bad is it? What stage is she? Has she lost her hair? Do you think she'll leave? Oh, how's the situation? And without meaning to make, without meaning it, they make someone's pain become a conversation, a gossip topic. And can I lovingly, with all the love, say this? Illness isn't news. It is someone's life. It is someone's marriage. It is someone's children, someone's fear. Please guard it. Protect it. So if your visit will leave someone feeling exposed rather than safe, perhaps today isn't the day to visit, because vulnerable people shouldn't have to carry someone else's curiosity as well as their own diagnosis, because love protects, love covers, love honors. So what does compassionate care actually look like? It starts with the very ordinary things. It's not the big things. It starts with if you're sick, if you have a cold, if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, don't visit. It sounds very obvious, but chemo weakens the immune system. A little cold for you, a little flu for you, could become a hospital admission for them. So postponing your visit isn't rejection, it's love. So before you call, check if you're well, and if you're not well, just cancel the visit. Next thing is around when you visit. If you can't, call before you come to visit and ask whether today is still a good day, because they may have spent the entire night vomiting or just being sick or not sleeping or crying or simply trying to get through the morning. And if they need to cancel it, don't take it personally. Grace is one of the greatest gifts you can offer to someone going through breast cancer. So everything has gone to plan and you have visited. When you arrive, remember why you are there. You're not there to be entertained. You're there to make the day a little lighter. So don't go there thinking, is there anything to eat? Or, no, you're there to fix things that need to be fixed or just to provide a presence. And if someone is feeling a little bit, tired, let them take a nap while you're still there. They'll appreciate your presence. And another thing that breast cancer really taught me is that the words you say stay. And years later, people may forget what meal you brought them, but they'll remember how you spoke to them and what you spoke to them about. So please don't compare them to someone who was going through the same illness and has died. Please don't tell frightening stories. Please don't speculate. And don't offer opinions about treatments unless they've asked. And sometimes the most healing words are the simplest ones. I'm here for you. I'm praying for you. This must be so hard. Or, simply, you don't have to pretend with me. And sometimes the greatest gift is not saying very much at all. Just being there, just sitting and letting the person go through the emotions. Then one thing I've heard over and over and over from other moms, and ones that I really appreciated, was this: that the greatest help wasn't always people asking, what do you need? It was people quietly noticing what needed to be done and doing it. It's someone dropping off groceries. It's someone saying, hey, I'm at the shops and I've picked this and this and this for you. Anything else you need? It's someone picking up the kids from school. It's mowing the lawn. It's, walking the dog or making dinner or coming in and finding the kitchen in a mess and just getting in there and cleaning the kitchen. It's those ordinary jobs that become extraordinary gifts during treatment. So please, there's so many ways you can help. The other thing is, don't forget the family. Cancer never affects just one person. It affects everyone sitting around the dinner table. It's the husband, it's the children, the grandparents, the caregiver. Sometimes just making a cup of tea for the caregiver is just as important as making one for the patient. And after you leave, keep showing up. Even when messages are not answered, even when treatment drags on and on and on and on, even when everyone else seems to have moved on. Some people don't reply because they're exhausted, not because they don't appreciate you. And so just keep showing up. Please keep showing up, because the world becomes so closed in when you're going through, breast cancer, and everyone's life seems to move on. But every message that comes in shows the person that people still think about me. My life is still worth, that my worth is not just when I'm active or busy out helping other people. So just keep checking in, keep the messages going. And one thing that is really precious, we said breast cancer is a sacred, someone walking through breast cancer is walking through some sacred grounds. Guard their story. If they haven't given you permission to share something, please don't, because you do not know the reasons, you don't know what they are managing. So please do not. Be someone that they can trust. And one last thought that I've often thought about is that one day, every single one of us will be the vulnerable person, because none of us gets through life untouched by suffering. It is promised. It is in the Bible. And when that day comes, I hope someone will walk gently onto our sacred grounds too. If someone you love is walking through breast cancer today, thank you for loving them enough to learn and to come and listen to this podcast, because your kindness matters, your patience matters, your quiet presence matters. And you don't need perfect words. You don't need all the answers. You simply need a truthful heart that says, I am here. Because I've come to believe something over the years. People may forget exactly what you brought. They may forget the conversations. They may even forget the dates. But they'll never forget how safe they felt with you. So become a safe place, a place where dignity is protected, a place where hope is spoken, where silence is comfortable and love is practical and compassion is gentle. Because when you become that kind of person, you reflect the heart of Jesus. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of your day with me. And I've loved having you here. And until next time, there's always going to be a seat here waiting for you, right next to me. I hope this episode held you in some small way today. And if it did, please share with a friend who needs to hear this, or maybe needs a soft place to land. And if you feel ready, please leave a written review for the podcast. I'd truly love to hear from you and to know that this show is supporting you in your journey. This space, it's not just mine, it is ours. So now go take a breath, maybe reheat that tea one more time, and I'll meet you back here for the next episode. Ciao.